Disclaimer. This is a topic that goes way deeper in the depth I'm diving into in this video. This video is not a breakdown of Chicago gang politics. In this video, my plans take an overall look at Lil Scoom89's life and legacy, commenting on what I feel could have led him into getting involved in street politics, and explaining how I feel Scoom was the most naturally talented artist out of the entire Bloodhound collective, and was arguably the one half of the duo that blew the Bloodhounds up so much. Thanks! Hope you enjoy. Assyrian Hogan, better known by his stage name, Lil Scoom89, is a Chicago drill sensation coming off the back of the biggest wave of the current Chicago drill scene. That, of course, being the Bloodhound and Trap City beef. While not in the same crew as Lil Jeff, Vert, and Q50, Scoom has most definitely become one of the faces of the Bloodhound crew alongside his closest friend, Lil Jeff, and I personally believe that Scoom had the most potential as an artist and as a person in the crew before his untimely demise. Growing up on the east side of Chicago, on 89th and Burley, Scoom recalls his early childhood in a positive light, saying his siblings and his parents made for a decently wholesome and good upbringing. Though seeing that he was raised out east, and his father was not present at all times, it wouldn't be all wholesome and sunshine. Crime played a big factor in day-to-day life in his early childhood. In later interviews, Scoom mentions wanting to break his family's curse. That curse, of course, being poverty and criminality. Some of Scoom's family was driven to crime off their proximity to the streets and their need for money, and I feel this began to push Scoom in that direction as well. Before that would end up happening though, Scoom was said to have had an interest in becoming a basketball player, even going so far to play basketball in school up to him getting kicked out in high school. It seems like most of the Bloodhound crew had hoop dreams before they began drilling, and I'm not gonna lie, it would have been dope to see a full Bloodhound basketball roster. I mean, imagine that shit, shooters turn to shooters. All jokes aside, at the same time as him beginning to get into sports and playing basketball, Scoom would pick up the pastime of stealing bikes, throwing rocks at shit, running into local grocery stores and stealing, trolling the police, and all type of delinquent ass hooligan shit. It wouldn't be until Lil Scoom was around 15 years old when he would join the crew that ran his area. That crew being GME, a G-Stone crew that claims 89th and Burley. In later life, Scoom would also claim Bloodhound, given his close ties to some of the more active members of that crew. Given that Bloodhound was an alliance rather than a gang set, you can claim Bloodhound and still be a part of another gang. So that's how Lil Scoom fit into all that. Fun fact, Scoom would only get his stage name, Scoom, after joining GME. He got his name off his proclivity to steal cars and pull up in them, even though he was the youngest of the crew. For someone who seemingly had a good head on his shoulder in interviews, this motherfucker was a little demon child. Anything bad he could do, he was trying to do it. The first Lil Scoom song to be noticed in the drill scene would be dropped on April 19th, 2023. This song being Roebuck Kappa's. In my opinion, this song stands up better than a lot of other artists' first songs, especially in drill. The first Lil Scoom song to break 100,000 views would be the July 27th, 2023 song Need for Speed, which samples the iconic Kanye song Power. This would become a trend for Scoom as he would implement and use a lot of other interesting samples throughout his career, as well as making really good lyrical drill content, as well as just having really good flows and just cadence. Shit, I ain't trying to come off as a dick rider, but I genuinely feel like Scoom's music is the best out of the Bloodhound music crew. Like, I feel as if his music is a genuine passion off the amount of music he made and the consistent great quality that his songs have. This is just me assuming off the quality of his music, but I assume Scoom was the one to push everybody to continue doing music and take it seriously. This is just me going off the quality and how much he liked doing music though. I have no evidence of this. The first music video that Scoom would drop to break 1 million views would be the music video for the song Buttonland, released on February 13th, 2024. All this traction, along with his friends Lil Jeff, Vert, and Q50, getting a similar buzz around their music, caused labels to swoop around like vultures. Scoom would silently sign a deal with Signal Records around this time. It would be this same year, a month prior to the Buttonland music video dropping, in January of 2024, that Lil Scoom would be kicked out of his high school off the back of a double homicide allegedly committed by Bloodhound members outside of said school. Seeing that Scoom was well known musically in his school, and he was also well known to be associated with the Bloodhound members. The school did not want to risk having him come to school and endanger the students or himself. A good few months later, on June 8th, 2024, something would happen that would change Scoom's outlook on life forever. That incident, of course, being the failed Trap City hit that would claim the life of Scoom's best friend, Lil Jeff. As Jeff died in the process of showing his opposition, this would cause Scoom to spiral into a chasm of self-doubt and reflection. Out of this pain, Scoom would drop arguably his best and most heartfelt song, that song being Blood In and Blood Out, a tribute track to Bloodhound Lil Jeff. Given his later DJU interview, I feel as if Scoom was the most introspective out of the Bloodhound crew, and he had the most potential to change his life for the better. Hell, he even claims to want to break that family curse by his own admission. This isn't even speaking on his raw talent for flows and his hard-hitting drill lyrics. The man is a true artist. In light of all of that, what would end up happening would be the most tragic loss of life I feel the drill scene has ever experienced, after the passing of Lil Jeff, of course. On the night of July 7th, 2024, while on his front porch with a friend, an unknown shooter would run up on both of them, shooting and killing Scoom and wounding the friend. This incident was a tragedy, and to make it worse, Scoom's girlfriend, who had went inside not seconds before the shooting, went to social media to claim that her friend Nene was acting weird and going to the bathroom a lot before the shooting, insinuating that she might have had a hand in setting Scoom up to be murdered. In light of this, Nene would deny the allegation and flee Chicago. For good reason. Given his introspective nature and his raw musical talent, I feel if given the proper time to grow, Lil Scoom would have been one of the top artists to ever come out of drill. It's only due to his environment he came out to be who he is now, and his final interviews gave hope that maybe Scoom was trying to straighten himself out, but sadly, we might never ever know if that's true. Definitely do go and listen to his music though. Almost his entire discography is worth a listen, and if you're a fan of Lil Jeff or Q50, or even Vert, you're definitely going to be a fan of Lil Scoom, and you should definitely give his music a listen. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment who you want to see next, and subscribe with the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. As always, if I miss anything or get anything wrong, be sure to notify me in the comments and I'll put it in a later video. My next video is either going to be a redo of my horrible Skrilla video, or it'll be a video on Trap City Taro or J Boogie. Through doing these Bloodhound videos, I've low-key become a fan of Taro's and all their music. Though, I'm down to do whoever y'all want me to do. With all that being said, peace out, chill out.
For the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part.